to show you guys before I get dinner started. I want to show you guys some cool stuff. I'll get into tonight's topic because I got some cool stuff I want to share with you guys. It's going to be a great day. All right, what's up, Occult? Nice to see you. So, a subscriber heard how much I like essential oils, especially through DoTerra, and so they sent me some stuff that they had laying around that they didn't use. And so now I've got some essential oils. I basically have everything I need in essential oils. So I want to show this to you guys real quick. I'll show you a couple of them that I really like. So one of the ones that is doTERRA lemon. Now this isn't the lemon juice, it's the lemon peel. If you ever get heartburn, you put 3 drops on your tongue, swallow it, almost instant relief on heartburn. I also got the On Guard as well. So like if I have teeth issues, I can just dab some on my gums, and because it's got clove in there and everything else like that, that's good. Um, there was another one. So I got some that I could cook with, but I wanted to show some of the health ones that I have because they're important. So this stuff right here, this stuff is called Breathe. So if you have like if you're dealing with congestion, cold, anything else like that, breathing issues, what you want to do is you just basically want to open it up, and you can breathe it in, or you can put a couple of like a dab on under your nostrils and breathe it in. It's a lot like Vicks, but it's a lot better. But I don't know, I like it, partly because I'm partial to. What's up, guys? Occult Matthew. All right. And rails. Okay, perfect. So, but anyways, the breathe is really, really good. We also have, I have Melaleuca, or tea tree oil. I also have this stuff right here. So you guys have probably heard me talk about this stuff. You guys better be careful if you ever use this. Just a couple drops on your tongue, and you'll be you'll be on your throne for a while. It's always funny to hear stories after somebody's tried one of this. But here's the thing, you need to have the probiotics, so the yogurt and stuff like that, after you end up doing something like this, because it basically strips everything out of your digestive tract, gives it a full reset. So if you have issues, if whether it's digesting stuff or you got other stuff you want to get cleaned out, Digest Zen is good. Now the more you take it, the more often you take it over time, like over a couple of year period of time, the easier your body handles it, and it's not like it was the first time when you just hold on for dear life, because everything got everything's coming out. So also let's see here, got lemon, got On Guard. Okay, so those are the ones that I wanted to show, but I actually got all of these different oils. Some of them I can use for cooking. Some of them I can use for health things, like oregano is good for your gut health, things like that. So what we're going to be having tonight for dinner is we're going to be having this. This is from Mountain House. It is chicken noodle casserole. Now, Mountain House does better on their freeze-dried meats, so I'm expecting this to be good. Now this is only 10 servings. It costs about $40 for it, but Mountain House, like with some of their meals, are really good. Like the beef stroganoff, because that's actually what I thought I was getting. It looked the same, and I kind of messed up there. So what I need to do is start getting this ready. But I want to start talking about the drastic changes that are going to be happening. That could be happening within the homeless, within the homeless industrial complex. I'll tell you guys that here in a minute. I gotta figure out. Prepare a single serving, 3/4 cup of boiling water, 1 cup of dry mix. So I need 1.5 cups to 2 cups. Okay, hold on a second. So, what are they saying?
So I gotta shit now. Well,
Yeah, pretty much. Because that's what it does to you. I mean, there is. Okay, so, I guess I got 1/2 cup. So let's do this 1.5 cups to, okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. So it says add 1.5 cups to boiling water. I'm gonna bring it to a boil before I actually, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so Um, let's get this show on the road. All right, get this up, get this running. Let's see how this works, because then I gotta put 2 cups of this stuff in there. Okay, so let's see what anybody's okay. What's up, Platypus Cherokee? Rails, Occult. All right, yeah, we got everybody here. Oh, and Occult. All right, so uh, all right. So today is one of my meetings that I have with Ayana from Homeless Entrepreneur. You guys have heard me talk about her. Her and I communicate a lot. I am even helping her build out her homeless service that she's offering. What's up, Barbara? Nice to see you. Her homeless service. So what she's doing is a faith-based community organization that focuses on employment and housing. So what she's working on is she has through advice from me, she's going out there and making connections with employers so that she can basically have candidates ready and have people ready to be able to go out there when they're coming in looking for work. And so she does a lot of the footwork to make the connections to get people hired on at certain companies within her community. Now she's in New Jersey, and this is just one place that's doing this. And if enough people see it and adopt it, so on and so forth, it'll make a lot of changes within the homeless community. But not only that, she's also making connections with landlords where she can get people into affordable housing. So I will every once in a while I'll see somebody that says, "Oh, I'm from New York," or "Oh, I'm from New Jersey, and I need help." I generally refer them to her and also give her your contact information. So if you're in that area and you need help, she might be able to help you, but she's going to be helping you with employment, and she's going to be helping you with finding affordable housing. So that's just something to think about. But anyways, her and I had our what's up, Matthew? Feral Farm, or not Feral Farm Girl. Ayana and I sat back and had a conversation this morning, and I was telling her, I says, "Look, we've been trying to figure out. It's like I want to, I've been talking about the homelessness. I've been giving education." I have been doing advocacy. I now need to and want to start doing things within the homeless community to affect change. And so you guys have been hearing me brainstorm. It's like, oh, well, I want to do this. I want to do something along this lines and so on and so forth. And it's taken me a while to get to a point where I could sit there and go, you know what? I think I finally understand what it is that I can do that will be beneficial, that will make a huge change. And so I made that pitch to her the same way I made that pitch to you guys last night. And we both understood that there's not going to be a lot of people. What's up, Jeremy? There may not be a lot of people that will want to take it. In the beginning, especially the whole life skills things. But the way that I want to package it is that I'm going to teach you how to build strong, healthy social network connections that will be able to benefit you, whether in business or in personal life. That's what the goal is it's to teach you these life skills, but also to give you the assistance, the education, and the knowledge on how to get into the digital economy. Right before I went live, Feral Farm Girl and I were watching a video from Redacted talking about how right now the office buildings, because there's 40% vacancy, it's about to put hundreds of banks out of business, because the commercial mortgage market is about to go belly up because everybody's working from home right now. And so that is the importance of the digital economy. If you want work in the future, the economy is changing, and it's causing a lot of havoc because the all that office space now has to get repurposed. We can actually repurpose it into housing, probably fix a lot of our housing issues, especially our affordability issues, and maybe even change how we view housing moving forward, as maybe being a human right. Now, this may go with housing first and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff I don't really want to get into that realm. But where I want to start making my impact is to start educating. One, hold on. Two, three, for. Okay. Is I want to start working with local shelters, local organizations, because see, the thing is with the digital economy and with the digital platforms, I don't have to be in Phoenix to help somebody in Phoenix. I can, as long as we can get some sort of video chat or video meeting going. And right now they give all the homeless a free cell phone, and you can go to the library if you're, let's say, in Phoenix, and you can use that and be able to do to be able to do a face-to-face meeting. Okay, so I'm not tied to a specific area, so this allows me to go out and to cherry pick. So I said my goal is to is to um, is to help 20 people in 1 year. Okay, that means start with 20 people, see what we can do to kind of help them, get their lives in order, and start creating positive connections and positive experiences so that they can get off the streets eventually. So what that means, I'm going to do, in order for me to be able to focus, I've got a choice. I have to sit there and focus on long form content and focus on making a lot of videos, which takes a lot of time, just so that I can make sure to cover my little bit of bills that I have, because that's just the competitive nature of YouTube. It's like, if you're going to rely on AdSense, you relied on views. But the thing is I this is an experiment. This is something where I'm trying to bring this to the homeless industrial complex. I need to be able to have some sort of proof of concept, because no, it's not burning. I need to have some form of a proof of concept to be able to say, yes, we've tried this, and this is our results. Okay, and so that's what I really need to be able to focus on for the next year. So that means that I need to be able to do a lot of fundraising through like my live streams and stuff like that, in order to be able to make sure that ends can meet, so that I can focus my time on being able to go in there and to put pen to paper, essentially. Okay, and so I'm looking for people that will help me along in this goal, whether you become a member over on Patreon, get some of the behind the scenes content, or you do it just because you want to contribute to the cause, or if this is something that you believe in, help me turn this into a reality. Because this is my first step in my journey was to the first step of my journey was to was homelessness, was walking trail. Okay, now I've gotten to a point where I have gotten myself, by using the digital economy, gotten myself off of the streets the best way I possibly can, put myself in a situation where I now have a place to stay, a warm place to sleep. And it's taken me 2.5 years to get to this point. Now that I've gotten to this point, now I can start teaching people how to get off the streets and use this platform and the education to be able to do that. Now it's going to take me a minute to be able to figure out my message, and this is where I'm hoping you guys can help me along. But a lot of also what will be happening is, on this side, I want to talk still about homeless awareness, but the hobo tutorials are going to switch from survival on the streets to how do you make money, how do you get off the streets, how do you build a sustainable income, especially in an economy and a job market that's as crazy as it is. When you're going and you're putting in applications for months and you still can't get a job, even for low, hey, what's up, Invisible Man? Including that low hanging fruit, and you're still not getting anything. Well, you got a choice. You need to make your own money. You need to figure out a way to get yourself going, and or you're going to end up homeless. So what we're going to be doing is doing a lot of the hobo tutorials are going to be focused away from the survival in the streets, like where to find a place to sleep, how to stay safe, what to look for, how to stealth camp, all that stuff. I've got 1,000 videos that have taught that, how to survive on the streets. But eventually you're going to get off the streets. So what we're going to be focusing on mostly with my long form content with the hobo tutorials is how to be able to figure out different ways to make money in the new economy, so that you can take yourself from about to be homeless because either you've lost your job, or inflation's getting to you, or something else is causing an issue, like let's say you get sick. You have all those things coming at you. You need to be able to have a way to right your ship and to be able to keep yourself from sinking. And so I think that not only will this apply to just to the those that are homeless and want to get off the streets, but it'll also apply to those that are in the impoverished or poor class. It will give them an opportunity to figure out a way how to dig themselves out as well. Okay, so over the next few weeks, you guys are going to hear me hone in my message and stuff like that, as far as what I want to do. But here's the thing: by helping me, one person, we're able to help 20 people. Okay, because the thing is to sit down and spend time. What's up, Bucknut? And instead of having to spend all this money on all these different people and trying to raise like that, all it takes from me is a phone call. I have 25 years of experience off and on the streets. I've owned a business. I've done all these other things in my life. I'm a very well-rounded character. Okay, so with that being said, I have the knowledge and the experience to be able to stand there and to be able to work with people and just do it over the phone where it doesn't cost anything. To be able to teach people how to do the digital economy, all it takes is a phone call, like a Zoom meeting, something along those lines, where we can sit back and do tutorials, do brainstorming sessions, help you with writing your description, finding the niche that you want to be able to work in, and all those different things. I could sit back and I could help. What does that take? It takes time. Okay, so by one man offering his time and dividing it up amongst 20 people to help them, make a huge change in their life, to possibly put themselves in this position where they're not going to be homeless anymore, or they at least have better tools at hand to be able to work themselves out if they ever get in that bind again. Okay, because they'll understand the digital economy, they will have self-awareness, they will understand the importance of developing relationships and things that go along those lines. So you have one person, but I've got to be able to raise $1,000 a month to be able to make sure that my bills are paid, and then if I have any unexpected expenses, like the $150 I had to spend to go to the hospital because I had a blood infection, I need to be able to afford that so that I can focus my time on doing that, and then just do the live streams and stuff like that during the evening, and kind of give you guys updates, but also these guys will be generating content for me because you're going to want to know their story along the way. So the life skills section, where I'm going to be having people do testimonials, it's going to be over on the Your Personality HQ, the splinter channel that I have. The success stories from the digital economy and how it's affecting their lives, making an impact in their lives, that is going to be over here. And so therefore you get to follow along and see the people that are being affected. Whether you're just, you support the channel by giving a view, a like, a share, or whether you contribute financially, you're getting to see the fruits of the labor and the idea in which I have. And hopefully that this has enough success, that this gains enough traction, that it starts getting adopted across the United States in some form or fashion, to a way that is going to be beneficial to the homeless community as a whole. And maybe I should make an impact to reduce homelessness, and instead of just getting them off the streets and in a job so that they can end up homeless again, teaching them skills that will help them avoid homelessness also in the future. Okay, because what's the point of getting off the streets if you're going to end up back there again? I mean, I've been doing this for 25 years. After a while, it gets disheartening. Okay, so hold on. It is time for dinner. So I have rambled enough. Oops, I need to turn that all the way off. Okay, so I let it cool down for you here. But this looks like it's going to be really good. It even has vegetables in there.
Yeah, get some little peas.
And those of you guys that don't know, because Sam in most instances she's she's in here with us whenever I'm in here. Um, so guess who's gonna get it? So those of you guys that want to say hi to Sam, here you go, Sam. Those of you guys that want to say hi to Sam, let me give you a quick look at her real quick so that you guys can see her, because I know some of you guys got really attached to her while I was on trail. But there is Sam getting her just desserts. Okay. So yeah, you guys see she's getting fat. Look at her belly. She's getting fat. Since we got in static, she has really what's up, Clyde? She has really gotten hefty. Okay, let's see if we have another. There's another fork. Okay, do you want cottage cheese on the side, or do you want it in your bowl?
On the side, cause yeah.
Okay. Well, here's your bowl.
Okay.
Do you want sour cream on it?
Yes.
Do you want cheese in it?
I don't think I need cheese. Just maybe a little sour.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, guys. So we're gonna zest this up a little bit, make it taste good. Here. All right. So we're gonna put. You want sour cream in it? You say, no cheese. Okay. So there we go. And put some sour cream in there. I want some cheese. What do you guys think? You think the cheese will make it taste any better? If I can actually get the thing open. All right. I'm curious. Okay, so it looks like sorry about that, guys. I may have lost you for a quick second. Let me know if everybody's back, if you guys can see me, or if I'm still frozen. Can you see me, dear?
Yeah, you're moving.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. You're saying you're getting a child that completely changed every aspect of how you live. Simple things like where you put the dog, if you have doctor's appointments. Yeah, that is a pain in the ass, especially when you're traveling. All right, Sam, lay down. Sit. I said sit. So, yeah, she's sitting here. She thinks she gets seconds. But, I don't know. We'll see, because the thing is I'm talking to her. As a content creator, if I want to raise money, I basically have to do it on my platforms. So this becomes a personal project, a project that everybody gets into. This is the next chapter of my epoch. You guys followed me on trail, okay? But now we're off trail. I'm finally housed. My body couldn't take another couple of years of being out there, okay? I was already starting to have issues, and my body. I mean, I lost too much weight. I couldn't get an appetite, because it's just like all the going and stuff like that. It was hard to fatten myself up. I got down to a point where, I mean, it's an unhealthy weight. I mean, because I have almost no body fat. Well, I have some now, but it got to that point. So getting off trail is something I had to do, not just for my health, but just because I need to be stable. It's time to, I can't be homeless forever. I don't mind being homeless. If I have to be homeless, I will be homeless. It's a young man's game. In my 20s, man, I could have spent 10 years out there on trail and probably had a completely different life. I wish I would have done it sooner. But it's a young man's game. It's not an old man's game. You'll see a lot of the older ones that have been out on the streets and have been mangled by the streets. They sit off to the side. They're just like, I'm too old for this stuff, but I'm too old to get off the streets too. So, but I don't know, because yeah, I looked at okay, what's it gonna take to start a nonprofit? But then all the work that's involved in it, just to be able to get that tax exempt status, And then the red tape that I have to go through just to be able to keep it, I'm going to have a hard time. I'm going to spend more time doing that than I will be doing what I need to do, and if I do a for-profit charitable organization, I can do that. But basically, it's whatever revenue I raise, then I give it to charity. It's not that I get to sit there and do it like I would with a nonprofit, unless I just wanted to fund my own events, which I don't know how that fits legally. Okay, so I mean, I'm looking at it and it's like, if this is going to become something, I have to do it on my own. And I have to get enough people behind me that believe in my idea that it will make a big enough impact that that I will be able to get the necessary resources I need to be able to create and to show a larger proof of concept. I'm already helping one person as is. Okay, and I'm working with that person. I'm making progress with that person. The difference from the time I started with them to the time now is night and day. It's a much different experience. But there are a lot of things that take time and patience to work on, and it's not like it happened overnight. I just need the time to be able to focus on those people so that we can prove that this is how we fix homelessness. Because if we can get to a point where we can find an actual solution, like, okay, let's look at the long-term results. It may take 5 to 10 years to get those long-term results, and just see what the quality of life of the person is afterwards, how they turned out. Was it a positive experience? Did they turn over a new leaf and get a better life, or did they sink back into homelessness? What was it that actually happened? And after you get to that point, then people will start adopting it. That's what happened in Houston. It's like, for years they started doing the housing first, and now they kind of got the ball rolling to where they're making a huge impact in numbers, to now the whole rest of the country is in their chamber meetings, in their city hall meetings. They're talking about how do we emulate the Houston system, and then how do we tailor it to what it is that we want to do. Some of them bastardize it, most of them try and do the right thing. But this is how you get change in homelessness, and it's not going to happen overnight. But if we don't do something, then at the end of the day, we're never going to have any solutions, because what's going on right now isn't working. Okay, you have society and the government getting to a point where they're so frustrated that they feel that their cities are under siege by the homeless, that the sitting president has had to sit there and say, we're going to take back our cities. We're going to put these homeless in camps. Okay, so how is the current system working? Okay, if there were actually able to be good results, if the failure rate wasn't 95% on drug and alcohol recovery, and was nothing more than a revolving door so that everybody can make money and never actually provide any real results, because they don't care if you actually want to do anything. You're just showing up, and therefore they get funding, because they get funded by the person. They don't get funded by the result. You know, and if we're going to make a dent in homelessness, everyone frustrated fighting each other, only real work being done is people like us here. Yes. What's up, Alfred? Nice to see you. I didn't see what you said. A kind person visited me here a couple days ago, but even that person is adversarial. They want to protect local government.
Protest.
They want to protest local government. I'm so mad. Yeah, no thanks. Okay. Um, a consultation should be free. Well, yes, this is not going to cost anything. Okay, the I'm not asking the homeless person to pay for it. I'm not going to the government and asking for grants. I am coming to you asking for your help so that I can cover my needed expenses, so that I can focus my time. Because the only thing to get this started, all it requires is my time. Me reaching out to shelters and making connections with them and getting agreements in place of, like, okay, I want to do this, but we need to be able to have a stable housing for this guy, so maybe get him a bed on a regular, stuff like that, and be able to help this guy, reach his goals, and to be able to work with the shelter, because the shelter is going to be referring them to me And then I'm going to be working with the shelter to make sure that the proper accommodations are made. So that means I got to start reaching out and I got to start talking. And when you say, hey, look, it's not going to cost you anything, it's not going to cost them anything, it's an experimental program. We're looking for people that fit this criteria, that want to that want to get out of the situation that they're in. Can they operate technology? We can't. If you're 80 years old, I can't help you. Okay, but if you're 45 or 50 years old, I can still help you up to a certain point, because you have the adversity to technology, and we want to help you, but it's gotta take a lot more time. Okay, so I'm not charging anybody to do this. I'm asking for funding so that I can go spend my time doing this to show impact, so that I can do proof of concept, so that other people will adopt this concept. Those that are fundraising and getting all these non-for-profits and stuff like that, let them do that. Okay, my job is just to bring this to the forefront, to experiment, to see if it's going to work, and if it works, finding organizations that want to adopt this ideology, this platform, to a way to where now all of a sudden it starts becoming something that's regular, and then we can start seeing the same results from the large scale application versus the small scale application. Okay, so this is the journey that I'm on. Is not necessarily just like when I had the two houses. Okay, let me put it to you this way. This will make it easier for you guys to understand. Hold on, I want a bite or two. By the way, this is good, and the chicken at Mountain House does really good on their dehydrated meats. I would not trust Augustin Farms. Okay, so when I got the two houses, okay, when I took over the first house, my whole goal wasn't to get a free house. That wasn't my goal. My goal was that housing values are going down because houses are abandoned. They're being dilapidated. They're being destroyed by vagrants and all these other things. So in this tiny little neighborhood, this little cul-de-sac, I saw this as an opportunity. By occupying that first house, what I did is I took the flop house away from all of the drug users that were in that area. Now next door was the dope house, but they didn't have a flop house, so that means they came into the neighborhood and then they exited, which means it was less opportunity for crime. People started feeling safer in the neighborhood. By the time I did enough good work in repairing the house, because they spray painted the walls, they kicked down doors, they broke windows. They just literally vandalized the inside of these houses. While I'm sitting there and I'm repairing these, based upon the money that I'm raising. So I had a 4-bedroom house. I charged for 3 rooms. Used the money from that to pay for the repairs, and I got a free place to live for 2.5 years. Okay, but because I did such good work there, the guy next door that he was just letting kids stay there, and he was like, man, I can't do this anymore. He's like, you're doing a good job on that. I've been seeing this, so therefore let me go ahead and sign this house over to you. And so therefore I had 2 houses. I took over the drug house. I took over the flop house. Now the drug traffic, and the vagrant traffic, and just the whole criminal traffic ceased to exist in that neighborhood. There was one little bungalow where the guy was a tweaker, and when the cops would come and talk to me, I would taunt them and say, look, dude, I'm doing your job for you. I just cleaned up a whole neighborhood. Now, what was my reward for it? I got a free place to live. I got a great experience. I got great stories to be able to tell from it. I learned some skills. I understood that I never wanted to own a house. I learned a lot from all that, but I didn't do it for money. I did it to be of service to my fellow man, and to take my knowledge and to apply it in a way that it was going to be a positive influence. What it did in that neighborhood is it restored home values, restored safety and security, and just brought back the life to that neighborhood. Did it cost them anything? No. All right, am I back now? Let me know if I'm back, guys. So the question was, how many wool blankets does it take to keep you warm at 50 degrees or below 50 degrees?
below 50.
Below 50 degrees? Okay, so you're looking at weight. Something that's going to get you down to 0 is going to be like a 6-pound blanket. If you're going to get something down to, maybe 20 degrees, it's going to be something like a 4-pound blanket. Okay, I don't necessarily know all the specific details about wool and that specific aspect of like which one you want. But what I've noticed in the research that I've done online is that um, with with wool, when the thicker blankets, the thicker wool blankets are the ones that are meant to keep you warmer down to cooler temperatures. So that's why I look at weight. If it's a 4-pound blanket and it's a queen, that's too light for me. It might get me down to 30 degrees. I want something like a 6 or an 8-pound blanket that will get me down to 0. Now you want to be able to have something to go on with that. So something like a puffer wolf, so that you have the what's it called? So that you have the extra warmth that's being retained, and so now all of a sudden you can go down to much cooler temperatures than that, because the puffer wolf mixed with the wool kind of works in tandem, and so therefore they give you more. It gives you more warming power, I guess you could say. Is that the only question?
Yeah.
Okay. What's my dear? How was your food?
Still hungry.
Well, you got cottage cheese.
I already ate some.
Oh, you already ate some?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can have a granola bar later.
That's alright.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like the oats and honey.
Well, no. All right. Well, we'll figure something out. We'll make something more. Yeah, and then
It's alright. I need to be on a diet anyway.
Okay. So if you find proper old wartime wool blankets, fish fry, they are good. Yeah, probably. Okay. No Uber and AAA wouldn't help after 9 p.m. That rural. Wow. Well, hey, at least you don't have the problem that we. Was it because you weren't on a paved road, Alfred? Um, because I know, like, we tried to get AAA out here and they wouldn't come out, because we weren't on a paved road.
Yeah. Even though, yeah. Not that far off the paved road.
Tuck Alfred slept in his truck last night.
Yeah.
It's not the first time he slept in his truck. Maybe that truck, but it's not the first time. And I'm sure he probably enjoyed the experience. You ain't kidding. I learned I'll keep me alive at -3 degrees, but if you have to get out of a bag, you're fine. Yes, you are. Ose, can you see? Oh, what's up, Ose? Can you see? Yeah, that's the problem we're having. I'm running I'm running the propane stove. It'll warm up back there, but if you have to stand back here, it's still freezing cold. It only warms up that area. So, and last night it got down to what, 6 degrees?
1
degree.
1 degree. That was 6 degrees was yesterday.
6 degrees was yesterday?
Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, Sam. Here's a bowl. All right. So, first time I slept in my truck 250 miles from home in deadly temperatures. Yeah, but Alfred, you're a very prepared person. I've talked to you enough to know that, yeah, it was a bind, but I bet you never leave home without your gear. So, should you get a dog, even if you can't bring to vet or anything, just feed and you need one to keep you safe. Invisible Man, you want to take care of your animal, get vaccines. People will help you. There's a lot of, like, especially in cities like Gainesville, I could go get free services for Sam. So some of the cities, if you are a traveler, will offer. Samantha, you're done. You're done. Some of these cities will, have services that they can offer to you that will be of help. Getting the rabies shot, getting the heart and flea and heartworm medication. That's important, especially depending upon the part of the country that you live in. I'm lucky. If I ever got in a bind and I needed something for Sam, my old man will help me out, because he loves Sam, just as much as I do, and so he makes sure that if something happens, it helps, because there's been a couple of times where I thought I had to take her to a vet, and he's like, just take her to the vet, we got you. And so that's having somebody to be able to help you with that is going to be the most important part. So make sure you procure relationships, maybe even with your vet. Samantha, knock it off. So we've had 1 degree all day, but 4 feet of snow as well. Could be worse. Yeah, hey, it got up to what, 38 today? It was 36 yesterday.
Yeah, it's about 37.
37. So, what's up, Chico? Nice to see you, buddy. Get a small laser that makes a loud noise. Use that as a deterrent. Make scary noise. Also act deep in legit crazy. Yes. Yes, that is. I did have a pee bottle, but I didn't want to pee on my bag from so I still had to go from 60 degrees ever leaving the truck. Hey, I mean, we're doing the same thing. This thing is luckily we have propane. If it wasn't for the propane and we were still in that truck, man, oh, this would have been way more miserable than it was. Something that you want to keep in your truck, Alfred, is foam. A foam mat, a foam mattress, something like that, because I'm telling you, that's what's making it bearable for us, is having this foam mattress. Even though we scavenged it, it's really been the difference between staying warm at night and not staying warm at night. So it's really something else. So just so you guys know, for those of you that are curious. Okay, all right, guys. So we have reached the end of this. You guys know how to help the channel, become a subscriber, share, all that good stuff. Did you read my composite pile heat idea? Compost pile? No, I have not. Where is that? I really I go on Patreon sometimes. I still go and check it every day, but if nobody's I've been focusing on a lot of other stuff, just trying to get all my ducks in a row and stuff like that. Oh, I want to let you guys know something, because it's gonna affect a live stream. Okay, am I back? I hope so. This is kind of getting annoying. This is really, really bad. There must be a lot of traffic tonight on the thing. Okay, so I went to the library, the local library, and I have reserved a room. And what I'm going to be talking about is an introduction to the digital economy. I'm going to do a full-on class on it. I've got it scheduled for March 5th. I'm probably going to reserve the room one more time between now and then to do some other whiteboard stuff for some other content that I want to do. But on March 5th from 2 to 4 p.m. my Arizona time, I am going to be doing a live stream, and actually doing a live stream for anybody that wants to attend. Okay, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. If you want to leave a tip because you find value in it, great. But this is free. This is an introduction to the digital economy, to kind of get the juices flowing, if your juices aren't flowing by then. Okay, so this is something that on March 5th I've got scheduled. I got to start advertising it in the local area, especially on Facebook in the local area. I gotta get on that, but I want to invite you, and so mark the day in your calendar. It's gonna okay. Oh, is everybody leaving? Why are you saying good night?
Oh, I was trying to type it in. I thought you were done.
No, I was still talking. Thanks for telling everybody I'm done, getting them to leave. I see. Threatening other humans to keep your animals safe. It changes how you think. Yes. Okay, night, y'all. Maybe safe, warm, and fed. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay. But anyways, March 5th, this is going to be happening. I'd like to invite you guys. All right. Thanks for being here. I will see you tomorrow night. All right, cool, Jeremy. Thank you. What's up, okay, Platypus. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks for being here.